Hello, this is Mr. Woodruff, and I'm here to show you how to make a wheel hub to attach your wheel to your axle. And so this is kind of what a wheel hub looks like, and it fits in the pencil really well. So when the axle spins, when the pencil spins, the wheel hub spins as well. This will be attached to your wheel. It'll prevent slippage of your axle. Let's go to a new part. Okay, and I am going to go to Sketch, and I'm going to use what's called the ellipse tool. I'm going to work on the front plane. And what I want to do is click on the origin, one click with my left mouse button, and then bring this just straight over to the right so I have that horizontal line. I'm going to click again, one more click, and then I can move the mouse up, and this makes my ellipse. Okay, I'm going to make my ellipse. I'm going to go to Smart Dimension. I'm going to hit the S on the keyboard and go to Smart Dimensions. I'm going to click on these two endpoints on the left and the right side, and I'm going to make this 1.75 of an inch. I'm going to click on the top and bottom endpoints here, and I'm going to make this 0.575. You'll notice that it changed it to 0.58. That's okay. The default setting in SolidWorks is for 2 decimal points, but I can change that over here on the left. In fact, you can see under primary value that it is at 0.575. It's just rounding over here to 0.58. If I want to see the 0.575, I can change the 0.12, which is saying 2 decimal points, to 0.123, and it'll show me all the decimal points if you feel better about that. Okay, next I'm going to go to Sketch, and I'm going to draw a polygon with 6 sides. So under the parameters, just make sure it says 6. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to start on my origin. I'm going to come straight out to the right again so I get that horizontal flag. I'm going to click again. There's my hexagon. I'm going to hit Escape and go back to Smart Dimensions, S on the keyboard, or through Sketch right here to Smart Dimension. I want to zoom in, and I want to click on the circle right here inside the polygon. And I'm going to make this circle 0.28 of an inch. And that we have to make it a little bit bigger than the pencil. The pencil has a diameter, or a diameter of 0.265. So we're going to add 0.015 of an inch to that. Anyway, this should work. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to hit Escape, and I'm going to extrude this. So I'm going to go to Features, Extruded Boss Base, and I'm going to extrude this 0.2 of an inch, green check mark. Cool. So now we have the hole for the pencil, and we have the hub itself. Let's go to Sketch and Center Line tool. So click on the line the arrow next to the line tool and click Center Line. It's going to ask what face or plane we want to draw on. Click on the front face here. And then let's go from endpoint or midpoint to endpoint. I don't know what to call those points, but left to right through the origin. Hit Escape. Now I've got something to draw my circle on. I'm going to come up to Sketch and go to the Circle tool and start my circle right on that center line, so I know it's right in the middle of the hub. And I'm just going to click and then go to, hit Escape, go to Smart Dimensions, and I'm going to make this circle 0.15 of an inch. And then the last thing I need to do is set this circle relative to the origin. So I'm going to click the center of the circle in Smart Dimensions. Then I'm going to click on the origin, and I'm going to make this 0.65 of an inch. I'm going to hit Escape to get out of my Smart Dimension tool. And then we're going to cut this, we're going to cut this hole. So I'm going to go to Features, Extruded Cut. On the left-hand side here, I'm going to switch it from blind to through all. Click the green check mark, and now I have my hole. The last thing I want to do is mirror this hole to the other side. So I'm going to go to Features, Mirror. Make sure that under Features to Mirror over here on the left-hand side that you have Cut Extrude 1 picked or selected. If you don't, you can get there over here on the right-hand side in the drawing side, like the left-hand side of the drawing window. Click this little arrow and then come down and click Cut Extrude 1, and it'll put it in this box over here, or window. I'm going to click the window for Mirror Face Plane. I'm going to come back over to this feature tree, and I want to mirror this over the right plane. Green check mark, boom, there's my wheel hub. And this will work really well for mounting my wheels. So now let's save this. Let's go to Save As. Make sure you're saving it in your folder. So I'm saving this in my Mousetrap car folder in the period 3 folder. Just make sure that you're in the right folder. If you're not in the right folder, you can click on this PC, the student read-write drive, which is CHS student, capital R, capital W, and then Mr. Woodruff, and then find your period. I'm doing this in period 3. I'm doing this in the Mr. Woodruff folder. This would be your folder, and then Mousetrap car, and I'm putting this in my Mousetrap car folder. and make sure to name this so you can find it later. I'm going to call this new wheel hub because I have a bunch of wheel hubs in here already, except I didn't spell wheel right. Okay, and then I'm going to hit save. I'm going to save this as a SolidWorks part because if I have to come back and change it, I need it saved as a SolidWorks part. Now for 3D printing, we need to save this as an STL file. So go back to save as and change SolidWorks part to STL, like St. Louis, Missouri, and go ahead and hit save. And it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to save this? Click yes. And if it asks you if you want to export all bodies, click OK. Okay, now we can open this in Cura, which is our 3D printing software, and we can print this on the 3D printer. I hope this helps. As always, let me know if you have any questions.